What's going on, my little piglets? It's your BFF Pork Chop here, and I'm coming at you with another update with Pork Chop. You guys officially came up with the name. I appreciate every single one of y'all that voted. Thank you so much. So it is no longer work/life update. It is update with Pork Chop. So there we go. I gave you guys a few suggestions, and there was one suggestion that I originally was going to put, but it sounded so good to me. I was like, this sounds so good. This name would be awesome for a podcast. So if I ever decide to get off my ass and actually do like a consistent podcast, I'm going to use the name that I was going to give y'all as a suggestion, but I didn't. And I'm not going to tell you what it is just yet. So if I decide to do a podcast, then you guys will know. And yes, the mustache is gone. I had to get rid of it. I realized that I started doing the mustache for No Shave November, and I was supposed to shave it in December when December started, and then I just let it happen. And then I was, what was I doing? I think I yawned. I can't remember what I did. I yawned the other day. And when I yawned and I closed my mouth, a piece of hair got stuck between my teeth and I pulled a mustache hair out. I'm like, what the hell is that? It's like, you gotta be kidding me. And so, and I had just trimmed it like the day before, but I was just like, you know what? I'm good. Like, I don't really like the mustache that much. Chris kept telling me to shave it. Chris told me to shave it like every single time I saw him since I started growing it. So I was like, I'll just shave it. I want to go back to the chop right here. This was the chop. I called this that ever since I grew it out. And the reason I grew it out was, okay, so yeah, here's a little story time for you. So you get a 2-in-1. You get updates with Pork Chop and story time all in one. I used to work for a corporate, I don't know what to call it, a store, a corporate store. You know, like your Walmarts, your Targets, what have you. I'm not going to specify who it was, but I worked at this corporate facility, pretty much. It was corporate, but anyway. And I was let go because low-key they hired me seasonal and didn't tell me. They told me it was pretty much a 90-day evaluation, but it was only like 70-something days into my me working there. And I knew because they hired me back in July, and they let me go on the 10th anniversary of September 11th. Who does that? So they let me go on September 11th, 2011. And yeah, they practically, because summer was over, they practically called me up to the office and they pretty much told me, we no longer need you, see ya. Which was weird because it was like, here's what you're good at, here's what you're bad at, here's what you're really good at, here's what you're best at, we're gonna have to let you go. I'm like, wait. That sounded like I was winning. And I liked the job too. I started off as a stalker. I used to stock shelves, but then I kind of leaned towards cashiering. So at the end there, I was a cashier, and I did really well cashiering. They have like these promotional things that you can sign up for, and I at one point had like 5 in 1 week, and the average was like 2 or something like that. So I was like, I'm actually doing pretty good. This is actually pretty nice. But no, they let me go. So anyway, enough about that. I went from September until February. So September, October, November, December, January. So I went 6 months pretty much unemployed. Tried to find a job. I couldn't find a job to save my life. Luckily, I was living with my grandparents at the time and not paying rent. So I ultimately, I was just trying to look for a job. And is my mirror messed up? Anyway, so I tried to look for jobs for 6 months, and I eventually got a job. But in that time, like, I didn't shave for a long time. So I had just because back in the day, and probably still, just patchy hair all over my face. And then just out of nowhere, because I got this new job, or I was trying to look for this job, and I was about to go in for an interview, and I decided to shave. It was the first interview I had the entire 6 months that I was unemployed. I was like, are you kidding me? Otherwise, I would have shaved sooner. But I was like, you know what? I'm gonna shave. I'm just gonna keep this just to see what it looks like. Except it started off like this small. It was about that small when I first started, and it's just grown. At one point, it was like out to here. I had it like out to here, but I decided to trim it back a bit. But yeah, long story short, so there's the reason that I got the chop, is because I was trying to get this job, and I wanted to get a little bit of facial hair. So I like this. I think it looks good. I like it a lot. So there's that, in case y'all cared. But yeah, that, and I just wanted to share with y'all, I had a very kind of lonely, up to a point, Saturday night. We did play Rock Band. Andrew didn't come over, but Chris, Bailey, and Tanner came over, and we played for a good, I think they got there about 7, and we played till about 11:30. And yeah, I played drums like the last 2 hours of that. I told y'all we were going to switch off, and we did. We switched off because I was like, we finished the set. We kind of looked at each other like, all right, you guys get to switch. You guys want to stay? And they're like, let's switch. I'm like, okay, I called drums. But actually, I did vocals. I was going to be vocals. So I sang a few songs, and then the next set, they're like, you want to try it again? I'm like, yeah, I want to play drums. So I played bass, drums, and I sang. So found out that I'm actually a better drummer than I remember. If the calibration was right. I think the calibration was off by a few seconds, because every time I'd hit the red pad, it wouldn't register like every other time. And I'm like, what the hell is going on? So I enjoyed drumming a lot. It was fun. I did played on medium for the most part, but I did play one song on hard, and I did okay, but I was like, yeah, let me go back to medium. So I went back to medium, and I did just okay. And when we did that, you know, and they left, I was like, oh, damn, I'm just going to go to bed. So I laid down. Even Chris texted me when he got home, and he was like, hey, you want to play Friday the 13th? And I'm like, nah, man, I was just about to go to sleep, but maybe we'll play tomorrow. And so I literally laid in bed and just pulled out my laptop and just started watching YouTube videos. And before I knew it, it was like 3 a.m. and I was like, oh, damn. I better go to bed. So I finally passed out about 3 a.m. Even though I told Chris at like midnight, no, man, I'm going to go to bed. I'm going to call it a night. But I mean, I was just like, I didn't expect to do that, but I did. And then last night, of course, you know, Jocelyn and Chandler came back home last night around about 6 o'clock last night. So they came home, and then Jess came over, and then Jess and I went and picked up Taco Bell and brought Jocelyn some home. She was tired, and I was like, okay, because we were planning on going out to eat, but my wife's like, no, I'm tired, and I'm just exhausted. I don't want to go out to eat. So we're like, okay, we'll bring the food to you. So that's what we did. We got Taco Bell. I got the nacho fry box with actually an order of chips and queso. Anything that I get, I try to get it with the chips and queso, because I don't know what it is about Taco Bell's melted cheese, but it is just amazing. So that's what I did. And then I did it again last night. So I rediscovered a game that I played. I actually did a little bit of a playthrough of on my YouTube channel on here, but I think I've since deleted my installments and everything. But I played Batman Arkham Origins. I found it on PlayStation Now because we got PlayStation Now. So I started playing Arkham Origins, and I forgot how damn frustrating that game is on the hardest difficulty. I die at least every time I play it, for a couple of hours, maybe, 3 or, who's counting? I die at least 5 or 6 times an hour when I'm trying to, fight the Black Mask's henchmen or the Penguins guys or the Joker's guys or these guys it seems like I just get my ass kicked. Like every 4 or 5 that I encounter, I die a couple of times at least one of them. And it just, that and when somebody, because we're on PlayStation now, so if somebody is watching Netflix in one room and watching Hulu in the other, and somebody's watching TikTok videos on their phone, it gets so laggy, oh my God, it's terrible. And actually a couple of times playing it, it's crashed. It's like, hey, your internet strength's not good enough, so we're gonna crash on you. I'm like, oh. So it doesn't matter if you're right in the middle of a boss fight, if you're right in the middle of, just walking the streets of Gotham, or trying to find the Riddler's data packs or anything like that. The game's like, okay, we're gonna close in 20 seconds. See ya. So that happened to me when I was fighting. It was actually a part of the main storyline. I was trying to get into the Penguins' ship called the Final Offer, and right in the middle of me trying to get all of his henchmen taken care of, and you get access to the ship. It's like, yeah, 20 seconds and we're gonna close. I'm like, what the hell is this? I mean, it's like closing time at the bar, or closing time at a restaurant. It's like, hey, we're just gonna close. You guys get the hell out of here. We don't want you here. Go. And then you have to reload the game, and then you won't get shut down for another 2 or 3 attempts to play the game. But I eventually had to give up last night. I can't tell you what time I started, but I may or may not have stayed up till 4 a.m. playing Batman Arkham Origins last night, and I may or may not be totally exhausted. Luckily, it's a half day for me, and I only had to work at the deli this morning, or this afternoon. But I had to give up because I died 10 times trying to fight Bane. And I don't know, I haven't gotten this far in the story, I don't know if he's the final boss or anything like that, but my lord, Bane is fine. I can fight Bane just fine, but as you're fighting Bane, it's pretty much like a 3-tier kind of boss battle. You start off in the penthouse suite of this hotel fighting Bane, and then he throws you out the window and you start fighting on this balcony and everything like that. But it's frustrating because not only like Bane goes into his Venom mode, where he pushes the button and he roid rages out and he starts coming at you and everything. And again, yeah, if Batman can get the hell out of the way when he's supposed to, my Batman couldn't last night, then yeah, it's fine, it's no big deal. But once in a while, Joker will he starts off with 2, and then he eventually adds the 3rd one, and then towards the end he'll add 2 more. So it's 5 of Joker's henchmen plus Bane. It's this is ridiculous. So I can fight off I can fight off Bane just fine. It's when the Joker starts throwing in his henchmen where I'm just really? Because you're going to town on Bane, you're punching his lights out, and then one of Joker's henchmen will come up behind you and just punch you in the back of the head. You lose your combo, you lose your stamina, and you lose health, and it's just what the hell is going on? So, long story short, I rage quit at 4 a.m. this morning because I'm I gotta go to bed. I got work at noon, but then my wife called me at 10 o'clock this morning. I'll tell you guys more about that later when it becomes more concrete, but she woke me up for a specific reason, but I'm not gonna count my chickens before they hatch, so I'm not gonna give y'all details on it yet. But and no, it's not a baby, unfortunately. But I'll tell you guys later. I should know more tomorrow, and then I'll be at liberty to talk about it. So there you go. All right, guys. Thank y'all so much once again for dropping by and listening to me rant and rumble and rant, rave, and ramble about nothing and everything all at once. So I greatly appreciate you guys. And always remember, my little piglets, Colin Pork Chop loves y'all the most. So y'all take it easy, guys, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye, guys.